New Jersey State Rep Brian Bergen. Brian, thank you very much for being with us. Let me start with you. Again, I'm not a cynic. I'm not saying that the government is lying to us, but you've been around some of these briefings. Do you accept their findings?
Well, I don't believe anything that the spokesperson for the Pentagon said. I think he's an idiot, honestly, because down here on the ground, what we're seeing is like what your producer saw. I've seen these things with my own two eyes. And I was at a briefing with the colonel for the state police, where he was briefing 50 lawmakers, and he said one of their state police helicopters was hovering above a 6-foot large drone, and that he had that helicopter land because he feared the drone may do something erratic and hit the helicopter. So, I mean, if the colonel from the state police and a state assemblyman who was a former attack helicopter pilot for the Army are not good enough proof for this guy at the Pentagon, then he can do all the analysis he wants, but I think he's a fool.
Now, Bergen, you flew Apaches, right?
I did, yeah.
First of all, thank you for your service. But so you know what a helicopter looks like, right?
I do. I do. Yeah.
When you see the nav lights, you know, you agree with my novice interpretation as just a regular boat captain, that you see a green and a red light. Okay, now we're in the world of the recognizable. But with the videos that you've seen, even from my producer tonight, do those look like helicopters to you?
No, they don't look like helicopters. And the stuff that I've personally seen have not been helicopters. They've been in tight formations, multiple of them. It's obvious that they're not helicopters, honestly. I mean, it's really ridiculous for people to believe there are. Now, does that mean that there's not a lot of sightings from people who are reporting helicopters or aircraft? Of course there are. Right. Of course there are. But when you have a colonel from the state police telling you one of his aircraft is hovering above it, and you got this guy from the Pentagon saying there's no proof, I mean, something doesn't add up here.
All right, so I'm going to bring in Mike Fraietta. Listen to him, Rep, and if there's anything you want to say, you just chime right in. Yep. First of all, it's good to have you.
Thank you, sir.
So you're smiling through some of this as I'm saying it. What do you think is going on here? Do you think that they're testing things and that this is about government agencies who just always deny what they're doing?
It's always important to know if it's a friend or foe, no matter what kind of drone you're talking about. You want to be able to detect and know that. In this case, is it friend or foe? Now, you think about, I grew up in New Jersey. I'm getting 1,000 texts from everybody that lives in the area. McGuire Air Force Base is right there. If you're following closely what's happening coming out of Syria, going into Gaza and in Ukraine, it's a lot of warfare, drone warfare. Last night, we saw a Ukraine drone take out a Russian drone. This is very imminent on American government mind in terms of their defense. And so there could be a lot of testing going on there, and they don't want to tip their hat and put American lives at risk overseas by telling them what we're building over here for there.
So how do you explain the explanation of their manned aircraft or nothing, and nothing over any restricted airspace?
I'm not saying that at all. I think a lot of personal drones are out there. A lot of people are saying, hey, this is the time to go up and see what's happening out there. I know I wanted to have my drone and go out there. So I think there's a lot of those drones that are out there. Probably what your producer saw are personal people with their drones flying about.
But some of them.
Yeah, but can I say something?
Yeah, go
about
ahead.
that?
Go ahead, Rep.
Would you mind, Chris?
Please.
An individual is not going to be able to put a 6-foot large drone up into the sky. I mean, I went to buy one to help me cast bait out further at the shore, and it cost $2,000.
Sure.
I mean, how are you going to get something that's 6 foot wide? Yeah,
you're one of those, Bergen. I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of you guys. All right, I don't like you flying your baits and dropping them next to my boat. You're on the shore, and all of a sudden you think you don't need a boat. You're one of those guys. I don't want to hear it, Rep.
Well,
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Those are class 3. Yeah, class 1 and 2 are the ones that you can buy in the store. And these are clearly the 6-foot ones are obviously bigger. They're commercial, military grade that you cannot get in the store. So those are not.
So the shorthand term for these is some big ass drones that you cannot buy commercially. Sure. Right, what is that thing that we're looking at right now? That's not a helicopter, and that's not a Radio Shack drone. I don't even know if there is Radio Shack anymore. Yep. But so what is that thing?
It's a drone, right? And this is what the American people need to consider. Even if this is a friend or a foe, if we don't know, we're seeing houses getting robbed in Los Angeles, in Miami, in Maryland. They're using drones to case out the houses. And then during the robbery, they're using it as a lookout. Are the police coming? Are the people coming back home? So people need to be diligent on are drones above us, and are they friends or foes? And I think this is a wake-up call to America. Our water supply, our electric stations, municipalities need to treat this as a serious threat. Clean water, affordable housing, drone detection is imminent for us to protect against these. Whether these ones or not we need to really think about this long term, because it's not an if but when the next terrorist attack is going to be by a drone.
Now, hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.